Dave Nguyen here with women's head basketball coach John Haskins. A battle of 3-1 teams on Wednesday night as the Braves take on the Wingate Bulldogs. Coach, 3-1 record so far through the first 4 games. Are you pleased with what you've seen so far?
At times, I think we've got to develop a little more consistency across the board. The one thing I think we have been pretty consistent at is defensively. We've done a pretty good job of keeping field goal percentages down and actually keeping scoring averages down. We have fouled too much. That's an area that we've got to concentrate on, playing defense without fouling. But I think our defense has been consistent. Offense, we're playing in spurts. We've turned the ball over at times. We haven't turned the ball over at times. We've scored at times. We hadn't been able to score at times. I just think a little more aggressive mindset offensively.
And I think the last time we spoke in the game against Fayetteville State, you said you can play 8-9 players at once. And I think you've gotten a lot of production off the bench, especially from Aaliyah Farmer.
Yeah, Aaliyah. Again, Aaliyah's a starter. Could be a starter. In certain situations, will be a starter. It's just she gives us so much energy off the bench that we like bringing her off the bench, and we like bringing Alcina off the bench too. So I think those are 2 great subs to put in the game to kind of give us a shot in the arm and get us going if we're a little bit sluggish.
And 2 great starters to complement the likes of T. Graham to get the offense going, especially pushing the ball up the floor.
Right, and that's one thing I think we're better at is transition offense. We're getting out. We're getting some easy baskets. We need to continue to do that, and it starts with rebounding, which will be a challenge against Wingate.
You said that right on the money. Wingate has a +10 rebound margin against its opponents, so how important will it be to crash the glass?
Well, we've got to do a good job of putting bodies on people because they're just long and athletic. Looking at their roster, I think they've got 7 or 8 kids that are 6 foot or over. So they've got some length, and with that length comes athletic ability also. So we've got to do a really good job of putting bodies on people and then go and pursuing rebounds on the defensive end and trying to crash the offensive glass and get some also. But I think rebounding is going to be a huge key.
And lastly, on the defensive end, Wingate comes in with 4 of their starting 5, averaging over double-digit points, at least 10 points or more. So what will be the strategy defensively to try to contain the perimeter and or the paint?
Well, and they may light it up against us, but if you look at it, they don't shoot a lot of threes. They shoot a pretty good percentage, but they've got a couple of kids that shoot the 3. So I think the main thing is keeping the ball in front of us. A lot of times offensive rebounds is when you have to, somebody gets beaten, you have to help and rotate, and then they get an easy stick back. So I think keeping the ball in front of us is going to be important, and then playing defense without fouling is going to be awfully important too because they do have balanced scoring.
Battle of 3-1 teams, Wednesday night, 5 o'clock, can be heard right here on the UNCP Sports Network. For head coach John Haskins, I'm Dave Nguyen.